Hi, welcome to the Retirement Railroad. Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. I'm Steve, and today we're going to look at, you guessed it, another F7 installation, modification, whatever you want to call it. Last week on Hanging with Humanity, Keith Hurwitz's YouTube channel, live stream, Fridays at 11:30 Eastern Time. One of the our YouTube friends, Frank Steelerfan 820, asked if anybody modeled Santa Fe. Well, I modeled both the CB&Q and Santa Fe in the 1960s-ish. Okay? And so I have a couple of At5hearn blue box war bonnet F7, A and B. Frank said, well, he's got two Intermountain A and B war bonnet shells that he wants to give somebody. And the Intermountain shells are far more detailed than the At5hearn. At5hearn is just basic molded plastic. Doesn't even come with windshield or glass, clear plastic in the portals. I mean, they're just really, really basic. I mean, here's the B unit shell. And everything's just molded. All right, grill work, fans, all that. So I said, yeah, I do. I will. So I said, great. And I sent Frank my address, and lo and behold, yesterday, 6 days later, the shells showed up. I've already put the B unit on, although I do have to come back and make a modification. There's some tabs on the Intermountain that the At5hearn's frame doesn't account for. So I've got to take those tabs off, and I've done that already on the A unit. There were tabs right in here, all right, here, and the same thing over here and here on the inside. All right, so I've taken and I've ground those off. You can see where I've done it, and so that now it'll fit into place, and the tabs on the frame will hook on just like the At5hearn. Okay. But my A unit has a decoder already in it, and it's one of my earlier decoder installs in an F7. Now when I do it, as you've seen on other tips of the day, I make it where everything is mounted to the shell and go from there. Unfortunately, my early ones weren't that way. So let me switch cameras and I'll show you what I've done, what I've got to do, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are on the bench, and you can see I've wired on this At5hearn shell, I have wired the headlights in and glued the lenses into the shell. Okay. Well, that's not going to work. I'll have to cut these wires so that I can accommodate the new Intermountain shell here. Now, interesting thing to note, all right, if you look, you can see through that grill work here. All right, the fans are separately applied, and you can look down and see the fans. So, I mean, it is far, far superior. It's got light boards, it's got windshield, everything that the At5hearn doesn't have, the Intermountain does. So, anyway, all right, so let me cut away these wires. What I have done, you can see right here, in the early days I used to cut the mounting bracket where the old incandescent light bulb was off totally. Now I don't. I cut it back here and then use it as a platform to mount the lights on. So what I'm going to do, and I've already taken a strip of styrene, all right, and cut it to be able to feed in to that bracket. Okay, now I'll drill out a couple holes in here, one for the Mars light, one for the headlight, so that I can mount the LEDs onto this, which in turn is mounted onto the frame, making all these wired connections to the frame go bye-bye. All right, so stay tuned. I'll be right back when I've got all that done. Okay, so there we have it. All right, got everything back in place. The lights mounted to the frame. I didn't put a bracket in back here for the speaker. I will leave it where it double-sided tapes to the underside of the shell. That'll be good enough. It'll still come apart easy enough. But just so you know, there's both lights. The Mars lights on, Mars lights off, regular lights off, bell works. Okay, and there you have it. New shells on the At5hearn chassis. Intermountain shell, Santa Fe F7 shell A and B on At5hearn F7 A and B chassis. So looking good, getting ready to pull the Super Chief out of Union Station. All right. Once again, I want to thank Frank, Steeler Fan 820, for this incredible gift. So thanks again, Frank. And this is Steve at the Retirement Railroad. Matinee Modeling Tip of the Day. Y'all have a great day. Bye now. Those are now on my At5hearn chassis for my Super Chief. And she rolls by. Picking up speed, heading out of town. Alright, again, my thanks to Frank, Steeler Fan 820, for such a kind gift. Now running on the Retirement Railroad. I'm Steve, and y'all have a great day. Bye now.